gotten through most of it, but there are some things that I wanted to show you. Okay, so when you come in and you have and you've done your initial one, and then you come back in and you're on your dashboard. Okay, you're going to see right up here in the right corner, you're going to see this where you need to review the bank accounts that have the bank transactions that have come in. So you just click right there in the blue area. Now this is one thing that I wanted to show you. So you see here, it says all, it says recognized. If you click on the recognized, it's going to make a suggestion of where it thinks that you want it to go. Now, I really don't want my Stripe transfer, so this is my coaching group stuff. I don't really want it to go into sales. I want to keep my taxable sales in sales. So I'm going to set up another category. But in the meantime, I'm going to use uncategorized. So this is one thing I wanted to show you. You can click the check mark at the top, and right here is batch actions. If you click on that, you could accept them, exclude them, or modify. So I'm going to click modify. And it gives you, you can either change out the payee or the category. So I want to change the category to uncategorized income and apply. Now I can do batch actions and accept. Okay, so let's talk about when you would use that exclude. So if you were using Square and you were going to take transactions from Square and have them import into QuickBooks, then you would want to exclude the ones that are coming from your bank. Otherwise, you're going to have two transactions coming in that are the same. Now, they're not going to be exactly the same amount because when they're coming from Square, Square has already taken out the merchant fees. So you're going to have to add in those merchant fees yourself, whether you are doing it on the bank or you're doing it from Square. So those amounts are not going to be the same. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the all. So when you come in and you're doing your transactions on a regular basis, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, and you can come through here. One thing that I wanted to show you, so I do have a couple of expenses in here that are mine. So it's very important that you put those transactions in the right place. So I would just click on where it says other business expense. Okay, and then there is a category for owner pay and personal expense. So I'm going to click that and hit add. So what that does is that moves it out of my revenue and expense and says, oh, okay, this does not belong in taxable expenses. So then you don't have to worry, oh, wow, I bought something while I was out with my business card and now I have a problem. Okay? So like right here. So this one needs to go to personal expense. Okay, this one too. All right. And this one. Okay, that's it. So the rest of these are just normal transactions that I have to go through and put them in the right categories. So all you do, of course, is click on it and you use your drop down and pick a category. If I'm not sure what it is, then I will leave it as uncategorized, and I will come back and figure out what it is and put it in the proper category. So that's what I do when I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so here is one where I'm actually paying someone to do some posting for me. So I'm going to put that under contractors, but I'm going to go back and change that category to contract labor. So when you are using someone else to do something like posting for you, being a virtual assistant, that is a contract position unless you are paying them a salary. And what you would want to do is keep track of that, because if it goes over a certain amount, you need to give them a 1099 in order to be able to record that expense. That's very important. Okay, so I can accept these two. Okay, you can also click the add over here. Okay. There we go. So you can tell my husband's football team is playing. So a lot of these are training. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put them in other expenses, and I'm going to add a category, and I'm going to go back and correct those. So this one is training. This one is shipping. So let's see if we have a shipping one. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave it in uncategorized. So basically what I'll do is I'll leave it in uncategorized, and then I will go back and I will look at all the uncategorized, and I'll figure out where I need to put them. So you can see now we are in balance, and that's what we want. So this is what my bank account has, and this is what's in QuickBooks. So that's what you want. You want to have it in balance. That's very important. So when you're pulling all your transactions in, this is how you're going to tell if you are actually pulling them in correctly and they're going in the right category and you have it all put in there. So if you are pulling things in from Square, that's where you really want to pay attention and make sure that it is actually coming in as the way it should, because you don't want to double it up. If it doubled it up, you would know, because your bank is going to be way off. Okay. So now you can see this is why I like this. Okay. So I can see this is how much I've spent on resupplies.